my beautiful stars, reading time. I don't know what deck to go for. When this happens, there's normally quite a bit of confusion in the collective. Let's go for our little black ones. Okay, let's start with these. What's going on? Main collective in your beautiful, vibrant heart space. Okay, main collective. Main collective's heart space. Wow, they're being fussy. These normally just fly out in chunks. Let's start with 3. One more, please. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Around your heart space. So talking, interested in conversing more, waiting for a message to arrive, email, text, hovering. This hammer card, it's a real 50-50 one for me. It reminds me of repetitive cycles, and unfortunately it really entails kind of self-sabotage energy, that self-destructive energy. So this collective, clearly you're waiting, or there could be someone accessing you, wanting to message you over something that's kind of gone a little bit AWOL maybe. Oh, that's good. So you do have Cupid's arrow around you. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting, but there could be a little bit of hesitation right now. And maybe that's where your confusion is coming from. Hold on. Let's just work out this Cupid's arrow if you actually have movement. So we'll see if this is just a clarity reading or a movement reading. All right, this Cupid's arrow around main collective. So this deck, I've allocated movement within the week. So let's just see. Cupid's arrow. Cupid's arrow. Okay, so there has been a lot of challenges. There is something being guided to you right now. Just as a side note, you could have lost someone near and dear to you, that a lot of the signs that you get, you feel are guided from them. But right now, whatever's just happened here in your dynamic, this has caused quite a few emotional challenges. It's making you reflect, especially on maybe some of your sabotage issues, self-destructive issues. This person, it could be both of you, especially if it's kind of more of a mirrored dynamic, which I will confirm. But it's accelerated some form of healing, and oh wow, you got it. So I think Mercury retrograde finishes on the 29th. Okay. To have confession here and not communicate, I always say it's something a little bit more deeper. It could be something more, tied to certain secretive things that are hidden. Now, for these two to come out together, I'm hearing a few things. Now, clearly when it comes to this dynamic, a lot of communication issues. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the hammer here. So this card is about putting things under review, especially to do with communication issues. Okay, so to have confession with that could be a positive thing. We'll have to see how this reading goes. But also, it could also, unfortunately, if this is a pattern for you guys and you just can't seem to come onto the same page when it comes to your communication styles, like you guys don't effectively communicate, for it to be popping up, especially if this already popped up in this retrograde and it's a return, right? Maybe it could be more of a warning here as well. We'll have to confirm through the reading. I'm hearing a couple. It's either this confession is going to be about things that unfortunately make your communication not effective, or again, you could be going back around the roundabout. Let's just confirm. So this will be coming in the next week. Okay. Sorry, I'll get a dice for you guys, get it specific. For within an Emperor energy, masculine energy, so within the next 4 days. So what does that take us to? It's the 23rd here in Australia, 23rd, 24th, 25th, about the 26th or the 27th for other countries. Okay. Okay, so especially, I always say my readings don't make it fit, but this collective, any movement readings don't make it fit, like details for a reason. So part of the challenges you have had with this person, there's something here to do with pregnancy. So either you guys have a child, you're pregnant, you've lost a child, there's something here that has created quite a frictional dynamic because of this. But I am hearing, and I always say this, when you guys set yourself up with an expectation that, and I see this a lot in my divine community, my feminines, I always talk about it, I'm just going to kind of breeze through it because you've probably heard me say it. You guys have this, when you activate on your journey, your 4D mind, it's like you see your end stop. You see the success that will come in your dynamic. You just envision what will be, but you don't know your timeline, right? You know they're your divine, you know they're this, you know they're that. So you guys set yourself up with this expectation that they feel exactly the same, they want the exact same thing, and every time they come through, and let's say it is dry, and let's say whatever the case, because true divines, you're meant to really ignite all of those things that need to heal. You need to be burnt by the fire. They're meant to amplify all your triggers so you can eventually stand in your greatness, right? I do feel some of the challenges and this hammer, self-sabotage, self-destructive energy, it also could tie into the expectation you have. They should be messaging me like this. They should be doing this. They should be doing that. So this collective, maybe that's something you need to reflect on. I always say, if you're going around the same roundabout time and time again and there's no solution, it always ends up the same. You're always getting stuck on that same layer. Something is not being done right. My crystal just fell. This collective, however, I think there is part of something clearly that is hidden here that makes conversation less transparent, there's clearly something that needs to be confessed here. So there's a reason, not just because of expectation, but there's something here that makes your communication not effective, and it could really be tied into something that needs to be spoken about on more of a deeper level, okay? This one's going to be interesting because you just want to hope you're not going around anyway, signs. Okay, so maybe right now you really feel this is a waste of time. Maybe you think your signs and synchronicities are really letting you know this person's not emotionally available. There's something here to do with how you feel you're being guided that makes you think this is just a waste of time. This is never going to work. But the right collective, look what's around your heart space. So again, this 50-50. You're one of my collectives. Clearly there's still emotion here, but you're trying to make yourself believe that there shouldn't be emotion here. Okay, don't make it fit. The right collective, your signs are And one more thing, sorry, this has just come to my mind. Whenever I have these two on the table, I see that as a past, like a lost pregnancy. You have a spirit baby that watches over you in the dynamic you're connected to. Now, if this has never been spoken about and never solved, maybe you have a lot of anger and resentment here, especially you lost your child. This person literally left you kind of stranded. And that would make sense with the communication issues if this has never really been addressed the right way. I am hearing that this could be another reason you might be holding on to maybe a bit of anger or resentment, whatever it may be. So I am hearing a couple things. Or you could have actually lost someone when this person left, not even just a pregnancy, a grandparent, a family member, a really good friend, a fur baby. I feel you felt deserted kind of when you needed this person the most, right? Now, remember, this is what's arriving for you within the next 4 days. And for some reason, I feel this is all things that need to tie into this, and why you were left in kind of a maybe stranded state. Okay. I want one more for this. Whoa. You got both. So it does need to be spoken about. There needs to be compromise, forgiveness. You need to work this out. So it makes sense. It makes sense with this hammer energy. There's deep things here that you guys have not resolved, and that's not even expectation. Like, that is something that, like, I feel this could be a little bit of a messy dynamic here. So this is what's coming in the next 4 days. Now, your top row, whenever I see both of these on the spread, it's either this person is going to approach you maybe a little bit more lighthearted, and for some reason, if I feel this collective, this happens, again, I'm going to have to really get into detail, get a snack. I do think that it might even approach, if this is what's going to be spoken about when approached, I think that's a deep conversation in itself. But I think, unfortunately, and again, I will confirm, if this ends up going back into hammer energy, I think you might not hear something that is a little bit deeper that needs to be spoken about. It's like you and this person would both be aligning with a lesson right now of self-destruction, self-sabotage, right? Especially through communication. If that is where you guys get stuck all the time, you just cannot get onto the same page. You both feel misunderstood, right? So it's like the universe is saying there is something deeper here, but I think you're going to have a lesson. Can you compromise, forgive, and find some form of solution over? Because I feel this is maybe your biggest issue with resentment here, and it just hasn't been solved. This is really reminding me of one of my collectives. It's that 5 of Pentacles. You didn't just lose this connection. You lost someone near and dear to you. It could have been a child you shared. You lost your job. You lost your home. You lost your mind. It's like you lost everything all at once. And this person was just nowhere to be found. So, of course, if it's never been solved, if it's never been discussed on a deep level, your soul, it would be your heart. It would be broken. Okay, you've got to, this collective, I can't stress it enough, because if it's not this person talking about this stuff, whatever this first initial communication is, you are literally going to think this is just a waste of time. You've got a trigger point here coming. Okay, Mercury retrograde confession. You got a couple. Oh, wow. So it is over the breakup, and this person is watching in on you right now. So they're gathering more information. Maybe that's part of the confession. Maybe you feel like this person has not been in your energy since this. Maybe they've had a close eye on you and you don't even know it, or you could know it. But this person, they've got their eye on you. They're doing more research. I always say it's not the best quality because it shows a bit. Anyone that watches from the sideline, especially if they've broken you, it just shows a lack of strength and confidence. And I'm surprised the 4 came out because I was like Emperor energy. And it means, in an odd way, kind of strategic. Like, I just feel spy energy. It lacks authenticity. This is a tough one, my angels, because you've got something really big coming. Like, if they're open and honest about this, like that's good. That's a green flag. Like you will, I guess you will really know. You've got communication and confession, so there's something big. Okay, let's just keep going with this part. Then I just want to see how you feel about this person, and then I'll get the universe's perspective, and then we'll really break this person down and how they're really feeling, their perspective, their intention. Okay. I feel this collective. Anyway, let's just keep going. What's around your heart space? Oh, that's good. That's very good. Relationship evolving to the... So healing inner child and growth. That would mean both of you, hopefully. That challenges card, I think it's... I felt both of you with that energy. This butterfly is good. Maybe you've just had a butterfly land on you. That's so magical when that happens. Oh my God, it's there. So it is around you. You'd be a mess. Your energy would be up and down, especially if you feel very connected. You've got them spying. This first card hovering, this love call here is Cupid's arrow. Look, you've got 3 here. It's really activating your heart space right now. And this would make sense with you just... I feel your signs... like I said, I feel this collective. It's like you're in that move on energy right now. Someone expresses their love, a message of you, thinking of you, letting you know. It's odd because normally when I start, and this is there's clearly a reason this is happening. Everything happens for a reason when I'm in this chair, but I normally when I start to read and then like I'll get a feeling, like I'll get a, oh, this is good, like they feel warm, or oh, like I just, and it makes sense even at the start. I didn't know what deck to get. Like I just feel this collective. I don't know if there's a numbness in you, or like I'm not getting a feeling from this person's energy. It's weird. So that's there. So you felt very strung along. And if this is both of you reflecting this, and this person's aware that they've strung you along here, look how this connection, like kind of the damage that was left in this connection. And this is about options as well, and you could have a... hold on, let's get one more for that. No, I was just about to say, because I've got a few collectives here at the moment, getting back out there and meeting someone, but then you got heart with a key, because I was just about to say maybe you've got options here at the moment, or this person, but this one, heart with a key. Okay, so you kind of, oh no, you got the lightning. Oh my god. Whatever this was, this hammer, you guys had a lightning bolt. This, whatever cycle you've just had here, this was like a sudden, like I feel, oh, and it could be, I'm on the fence, and this is why we've got to get into detail. You're about to hit another repetitive cycle, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. That's clear. You got confession and communicate. So you really are on a 50-50 here, how this is going to go. And I do think this collective, maybe you've just experienced something like that with this person too. Oh, that's not good. You've got the snake here. So maybe part of this hesitation with this Cupid's arrow, remember I went to deviate and said there could be options here. You've got the snake. So even though there's a heart with a key, there's someone else in the background, if not, maybe on both of your ends. Competition, enemy, clever, look over your shoulder, the other woman, the other man. This is around your heart space, and remember you did get confession. That's good. This row, these two rows, alarming. This, that's good. You got the palm tree. It's clearly been endurance here, but growth. Flexibility, I think that's a big thing. Compromise, flexibility. Love call. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that. You just got the... Oh, nah. That's not good. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I wasn't expecting that. You want to hope, because Mask has just come out here. If they are doing... That's where you're going to go wrong. Remember I said in that purple part, it's like you've got it... This person clearly loves you. You could have been engaged, but this is underneath what they want to express. Engagement ring, but then you had Mask underneath it. So unless they're talking about deep feelings with you, they could still be coming in, not showing their true feelings, hiding, pretend, deluding, gaslighting. It's going to be one or the other. This person's either going to mention why and how deep they truly do feel and why they've been covering things, like, or it's, again, just another repeated them hiding how they truly feel, even through wanting to express how they feel. Again, 50-50 this row, these two rows, a little bit alarming. This row is beautiful. I think, let's get into it anyway. Let's get into it. There is clearly feelings here from this person. They like you. Romance is blooming. All right. I just quickly, before we get into the universe's perspective, I just want to see how this collective you feel. Actually, hold on a second. I just realized you didn't get... Hold on. Can I just get... Oh, the heartbreak. Okay. So there is a lot of pain right now. I always say this heartbreak makes me feel that something more recent, and I felt that with that hammer lightning, because it's such a intense grieving, mourning, deeply hurt. Like it's you feel like you're in it, right? But then wanting to learn from the past and make new memories, that's good. The reason I got these, because you didn't get the soulmate, you didn't get the twin, or you didn't get the karmic. So I was thinking, because I just wanted to know if I should tap into contract or unit, but maybe that's because it's not around your heart space. Maybe you're not thinking anything like that. This collective, I think, let's get one more. Yeah, that you're not to that right now, this collective, and I felt that it's like there's something tweaking at you, but you just want it that door. It's like you think your signs and everything's just telling you to move past this, not dealing hurt. That's what I'm feeling from this. Maybe that's why that hasn't come out, because that's not even what you're wanting to think about. But anyway, let's get your actual feelings here. And then we'll see what comes out, universe's perspective. All right, main collective. How do they feel about this person currently? How do they feel? Oh my, that did not just happen. This is how you feel towards them. You got mother wounds and father wounds, one after another. I feel this collective, I'm hearing a few things, especially because I stopped myself to see why isn't something coming. I don't know if you're questioning your own trauma, thinking this is a trauma bond. I don't know if for these two to come out, you got challenges, you got the self-destructive energy. I feel this collective, you genuinely, in this moment, do not make it fit. Details for a reason. One after another, I think you think you're trauma bound to this person, or this was a lesson about your trauma, or it's like you just feel this person always brings out the worst in you and vice versa, right? And you've got to remember the right collective, since whatever's happened, it's made you have to reflect on more healing, right? So I'm hearing that. But two, you could be, and I hope you're not excusing whatever's happened here for their trauma, but you could really feel this person is bound to just, and you would know this, you would know that this person's upbringing was very tumultuous. Like, I can't believe those two came out one after another. There is something that would be one of the right collective, because this is your focus. This is what I mean about discernment. There is something, it just stirs up so many things from your sacral and your wounding, and you know it. And maybe you're a collective, you just want peace. That has blown me away. Okay, how do you feel about this person, their friendships? So, okay, I'm hearing a couple things here. One, you probably think as well, if you know that this person's family doesn't agree with this, their friends don't agree with this, they have holy moly, this collective, I feel you would hate yourself for wanting this. Look at your first four cards. Their family, their friends, and they have addictions. That's how you are viewing this person. So it's kind of that, I've got to bow out gracefully. This would never work. Like, that's kind of the energy I'm feeling here. It's like you would think this person's a bit of a mess. Like, I'm going to be honest, don't make it fit. This, and maybe you're trying to have empathy and that's why the wounding came out and not the family card. Maybe you try to have empathy and understanding for their behavior, but I just feel this collective, you're sick of it. Oh God. So you literally think they struggle with addictions. Maybe that they clearly live their life through other people's lenses. It's that saving face, more worried about other people's opinions, which means the right collective, this caused so much friction in the past. That Apple iWatch, it caused friction. Otherwise you wouldn't be thinking about it. Holy moly. That's crazy. But there's a reason I brought up divines before, and maybe this is why you're just like, is this a trauma bond? If you have not seen, and we deviated about the spy as well, this is not divine masculine energy. And it's funny because that 4 came out. It just started raining. Sign. This, you wouldn't be understanding your mind right now. You would genuinely feel foolish, and this makes sense with why you think your signs are just move. It makes so much sense, and it's a bit of a theme here over my divine collectives over the past. I can't believe this rain. It's getting heavier and heavier. Wow. I think and again, remember I said it's like I've got no feeling here from this collective. Remember I said that? It would make sense. It's, especially if this is what's bound to them, they wouldn't know themselves, and that's why I can't feel a warmth or a negative. It's like I feel this person. I'm not going to lie, I feel you're kind of right here, my angels, but I will confirm. All right, father wounds. Maybe you think because of their father issues, it stops them from their divine masculine strength, or there's a father interference that stops the reunion here, you guys reuniting, which means as a collective you would know, you would have had examples in the past that there was interference from this person's father, or you would have known this person's father in some way or form. I'm hearing a couple for that. Mother. I think you hope they've awakened. You've got the Kundalini up underneath this. And maybe this is why you reflect on you as well. Oh, that card's just, they can't express themselves. You didn't. This card was just literally like balancing on that. Anyway, I'm hearing a couple things, especially because I just saw this. Because of their mother issues, again, you would have seen their motherly example if you and don't make these details fit, which puts them in more of that wounded masculine, wounded feminine, lacks the vulnerability, puts themselves in an ivory tower, can't express themselves on a deep, compassionate level, really struggle with their words. But this collective, for you to have this underneath this, and if this is a true divine, you yourself would have had a tumultuous life. And I think you reflect and you think of when you clearly awakened and how you were able to transform these things. You yourself, these kinds of traumas, bad relationships in your life, struggled with addictions. For Kundalini to be underneath this, clearly this person, and that's what you've held on for so long, you found your activation, you found your soul discovery, you tapped into your blueprint because of this dynamic. So I think there's a part of you that holds on because you think, I got through it. When I awakened, I got through it. No matter X, Y, and Z, they just need to find themselves. Because I always say, if you want to change, you're going to change, right? So this is why you'd be so back and forth in your mind. It's like you're holding on to the potential of them, not what you've seen from them, which would send anyone crazy. It's like you don't have judgment for anything here. It's more, you just know in your soul, if there's not evolution, it'll never change, it'll never work. So it's that, again, bow out gracefully. What's the point? You could also, I'm hearing it, I'm going to say it, maybe you know their mother is quite spiritually connected in some way or form as well. I heard it, I'm going to say it. friends. Oh, that flicked on me. That's important. So the friends stop the action. Maybe that's what you're thinking. 3, 2, 1, action. They have more of a loyalty. The roof. Why did I say roof? They have more of a loyalty, wolf energy to their friendships and whatever than they do to this connection. But you definitely believe certain friendships here have stopped the action. Addictions. Maybe that's what you're used to, this person bloody contacting you when they're off their head. Sorry. Where did that come from? You know, like those drunk texts or whatever the case. But I am also hearing sometimes I see this as obsession. Maybe you do think they're obsessing, wanting to call. But why did I say that? Divine masculine. And then that's you. Can we be honest? There's one row that is like, oh, but it has to be faded. And then the behavior here, it's like you try and work it out, you try and understand why I just think this collective, you've clearly seen no change, no evolution. So it's like, how can it be? How can this be the person that I'm written in the stars with? How are they part of my blueprint? How is this fate? Like, look at that. And I guess you do want an apology or sincerity. This is a tough one. This collective, no wonder this is kind of... this is something you've believed in for a long time, and it's tough. Okay, before we keep going, I'm just going to get the universe's perspective. And I actually want to get, after just a little bit, let's see how this goes first. Let's just see how this goes. All right, the universe's perspective on this dynamic. Okay. All right, first card, you've got the masculine here, number 28. Oh, well, that's what's lacking with you guys. You could have distance. Sometimes I think I've only seen it twice. You could literally have a big bridge between you guys, like distance-wise. I feel like this collective, you've got a world between you guys. But 28th of December could be an important memory or a birthday. But you guys, when it comes to communication, not good. This is about overcoming barriers, but needing to compromise and harmonize. Communication, uniting. It's a good card, but just the theme of it, I think that's what you... Whoa! You got the Hierophant energy. So just... Okay. Just quickly, because I'm hearing it. Just his energy, he's such a traditionalist. He's really kind of that traditional love. And I feel this collective, like, yes, he's a spiritual master, but there's a reason I'm hearing that. I feel this collective, I don't know if you're more of a traditionalist or you have... It's funny because I'm literally hearing myself. Remember when I was shuffling? I'm like, oh, they're being fussy. I'm hearing that. I feel this collective. I don't know if maybe you've got and it's not bad to have high standards or expectations of... I always say expectations shoot you in the foot, but not when it comes to values and how you want to be treated. And I just feel this collective, when you view love, connection, family, whatever it is, there's a real traditional kind of outlook, right? I'm hearing that for a reason. It came through very specific. So if that's not how you view love, not your collective. And I feel... like, this is how the universe is seeing this energy. I feel with the theme of it, it's really lacking here. Like this kind of love that I'm feeling, this connection kind of, there's a lack of that, right? So I feel subconsciously, without you even knowing, it is a trigger point because you don't feel that Hierophant energy within your connection right now. Does that, the right collective, it'll make sense. It's making sense in my mind. It's like the areas that make your connection thrive, let's be real, watch the whole thing, it ain't there, right? So if the universe is seeing it like this, it's more what it needs to embody to thrive. Makes sense? But Hierophant energy, that's good. Oh my God! Let's be real. This is what you're lacking. But the universe is saying it can be. You got the dolphin and the bridge. You've got 2 cards of happy harmony, effective communication, playful fun. So you bring out each other's inner child, which is cute, nice. But in tune. 12-12. You could be my 12-12 twinnies. Or 12th of December could be an important date memory. Joy. Wow, you guys aren't experiencing that right now. I think this is more the universe saying what this has potential to embody, because this ain't what's going on here. Like, let's not this collective, watch the whole thing. Or maybe once upon a time you guys did kind of have this in your dynamic. That dolphin card's really beautiful. It's going to be so interesting to see what confirms these. Oh my God. Maybe you are. Maybe you are metamorphosis, time. Be open, embrace this change, evolution of the soul. Rising up from the ashes, reinventing yourself. This collective, and I specified that because you've went through an awakening and you transformed. You really believe if this person, and that's true divines. I always say you both go through an awakening, not just one of you. They're behind you, but they do eventually go through one. That's where you kind of, I think, hold hope for. 23rd of December. December's important for this collective. And butterflies. Remember, butterfly, I think all spiritual people, butterflies are a huge sign. They hold spirit, but I was seeing one land on someone. Have a very beautiful vibration if butterflies land on. Oh my God. And you've got the owl, and this is why it hasn't been working, because there's secrets, there's things that haven't been spoken. You got the confession, and I'm actually surprised this collective, that didn't come out in your part. You're more just thinking of, like, you're really knuckling down to what's bound to this and if it's even worth the stress. But seeing through this facade, secrets being lifted. Wise, aware, observant, exploring the unknown. This says know what's going on. I feel this collective, you've kind of always known what's going on. Maybe you've been kind of a little bit gaslighted or made to believe like you didn't know what was going on. Number 16, 16th of December. All right, let's confirm these. All right, this masculine. Well, let's be real, it has been working against you. This is a good card, the beaver. 28th of August could be important. So all the things that were working against you, where this collective, you're in the mind frame, made you really learn persistence, perseverance. They're saying new things on the horizon through all the repetition, but just remember this person in an odd way. They clearly did make your dreams become a reality with, like, you found yourself through this dynamic, which is beautiful, but this is also potential. It could. I've got to see how this reading goes. Oh my God. You got the Chariot underneath this communication, this bridge. You really could overcome these obstacles. There's something about destiny here. It's a card of destiny and the journey and removing obstacles and forward movement. If you guys can knuckle down on your communication, it's a good card. This is a timing card of 1 to 3 months. Maybe this has been brewing for that long, but also to you're not just going to fix things, especially with communication issues like this. It takes time. It takes having challenges in your connection and learning to overcome them without making them volatile and abruptive, and learning to sit and find resolution and solution. I always say no relationship is perfect, but if you can't compromise and talk, it just doesn't work. Let's get one more for this. Taurus and Cancer could be important signs as well. It's going to take time. You both need to be confident and be bold and brave and reliable and show each other that you choose each other at your worst, not just your best. Choose to be dependable. It's the moments of the downs in a relationship that strengthen your relationship when done right. This is what builds your foundation. This is what builds your trust. This is what builds that loyalty. And that when you know you can depend on someone through the downs of life, that is what makes you want to choose that person every day. When people cannot I don't think people understand this. People think if you have an argument or this, it's toxic. It's the way you overcome it. You need to learn to count on each other through communication. That's a tough one. That's going to be a tough one to get through, because I kept saying for this collective, that's your biggest issue here. Watch from the beginning. It's going to take time. So there's that communication. So it is coming. Let's take that Hierophant to them. 27th of the 7th, 27th of July could be an important date memory with you guys. But communication, writing, maybe they come through email, mail. Maybe they've been writing a lot of notes right now, but they're about to make contact. You've got to remember you had that spy energy. There could be some deeper things here that need to be discussed when it comes to... I feel this person's probably tried to tell you a few times through maybe different avenues, but for some reason I feel there's something, like I'm seeing my mask with that one. One more, which is probably alarming. Oh, Magician. He's a great communicator. Remember I said, let's take it to your person. If they're showing your person to be magician, like your person's powerful in the mind, you would be too. Let's get one more. It's about, that card specifically is about manifestations coming in. This is what starts the arguments, because there's something here that is not spoken. There's something here that, because I'm seeing my mask with that, there's something here that needs to be spoken. 11 and J. But the arguments, the fighting, the pain, the doing it again, over and over. There is something here that has not been spoken about in depth. Oh, that's beautiful. We love this one. 12th of the 10th, 10th of the 12th. Deeply committed, uncommon bonds, family. We know there's family issues here. Manifesting your deepest desires and that Magician. All in for what you love. Reawakening lost hope. Once you guys find this dolphin energy, it's going to reawaken something here, which is beautiful. Look at the universe when it comes to, even the universe is showing me the communication issues here. You guys, this is the only way you will be able to come onto the same page. Like, because it turns into whip and explosion, that hammer energy, right? Butterfly. Oh, I do think you guys have shared a pregnancy. This card is about pregnancy, but this is also a card about birth. It's there's something that needs to be spoken about for this collective, but you guys could be destined to have a child together. But transformation through the restlessness, renewing. This card is also about moving, renovation, buying a home together. But pregnancy, birth, you could be slender and tall. This person could be slender and tall. There's a butterfly. There's a metamorphosis coming over this. This is nice. Oh, divine. So you got divine feminine, divine masculine here. There's something this collective, your intuition already knows this. Romance, affection, recognition, sensuality, divine feminine. Beautiful. I want one more for this. Dolphin, and I'm just going to say, that's what the fox. So until it's a deep discussion, you're not going to find harmony. The self-interest, the stealth behavior, cunning, slight. But there's things here clearly, again, you got confession and communicate, that have been kind of pushed and suppressed into the dark, that unfortunately, this is why you guys have not been able to get on the same page emotionally. But if you guys can get through this, you've got some nice energy here. Oh, strength with this owl. Compassion, understanding, infinite potential this dynamic has. Needs confidence. Oh, wow. You're on target. That's good. Through an ending. I do think there's a little bit of a band-aid that needs to be ripped off. But you're on target with it. But I do think another, because this is to tie it into the secrets and stuff, this is why there's just always been these unexpected bloody reckonings and this and that. Let's get one more for that row. Oh, you guys have gone through a lot. Destiny, spirituality, divine guidance, trials, tribulations, sorrow, emotional loss. I will say this, reading this, and you can see it. If you guys don't, oh, that's nice. From overflowing abundance, from tears of sorrow to tears of joy. Universe's perspective right now, I do feel it's reminding me of nothing set in stone. I'm going to be honest. You guys, there is no way this dynamic would work without fixing your communication. Whatever fox, whip, this energy, whatever needs to be illuminated with this owl, unless that's not done, like, you're not going to find this energy through it, right? There's always going to be questioning. Are you on target? They are saying you are on target, but I know we've got the stork and the loons here. Beautiful. I know we've got this butterfly, but as for, as I was just about to say, as for deep commitment, reconciliation, you did get the lovers. Hold on, let's just... Oh, that's good. Accomplishment, completion. You could have already completed a cycle here, though. You've got a world over this. Hopefully that means that's closing out. You've got to remember I'm asking the universe's perspective, and you've got to watch that first part with those purple cards, because I remember saying it's kind of like you're either going to get past it or you're not. It really depends on what's coming next. And it's like they're really just showing me about the communication that's needed, right? And this, it's going to take, and that takes time to build, that dependability, reliability, believing you can count on one. Like, that takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight. One more. Stepping stones, but finding center. Integrating your opposite energies, which is good. Feeling complete, awareness just right, equality, and you got equal. It's that kind of Two of Cups. You've got to treat each other as equal. One more. Oh. You know you've gone through a painful end. Oh gosh, that's where it is. You guys either lead with flame and passion, and this is about getting things going and igniting again, and yes, but breathe, fan the flames. With the balance here, you guys need to balance. The biggest thing I'm seeing, and the universe is confirming, you guys, it's about communication. It's about depth of communication, building trust. All right, I just want to get, okay, let's just quickly, I might do that at the end. I'll do that with tarot at the end, but I do want to see what the universe wants you to surrender to as a collective, because I just feel you both have issues here with the way you speak. And that again, equal. That was comparing with people. Play. Enjoy. Let go of control is what I'm hearing. Take a break from overthinking. Just do things that are fun. Be with you. Do the things you enjoy. Play is a time for recreation and rejuvenation. The universe is asking you to let go. Because if you're too trapped in the mind, again, you're going to create that expectation. For them to be telling you to do this, there's something with your energy, there's too much focus, and I can see with your cards, the focus you have is quite, I don't want to say negative, but it's so, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure because you're just thinking the worst of this person, and in your mind, there's no progression of healing or change. So if they're a magician, you would be a magician. You don't want to just put that out in energy right now. Your stubbornness, they're trying to give you love, and that's why they're saying release right now. I do think this collective's stubborn, which means this person would be stubborn, which would add to your not the best communication. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance, and this collective you are, about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with yourself and others. I think right now you're so in the lens, and I'm not saying that you haven't been hurt, but it's so, I'm hurt, this person, blah, 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 blah. It's, they will hold this off until you release that. Allow the love and support of, well, actually, I take that back. This is being released. It's being cosmically aligned. So it's like, it's more of a warning. You either sort it out and let go of the expectation. This is probably why they just want you to relax and enjoy yourself and find good moments, because again, it's already on the chariot towards you. So for them to say open up and let yourself receive love, you're one of my collectives, you're a little bit afraid of love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off you, and simultaneously nurture you. Let's get one more. Oh, as we said, timing. divine timing. It's not your ego's time, it's divine's time. And I said it right at the start. How your story has played out, it was meant to play out that way. You needed to ignite triggers, and you needed to... And let's just say, side notes coming to my mind, I talk about people's karma and stuff all the time, and it's not about your karmic... when something's meant to align in your life, it's all parties at play where it needs to go being. Now, this collective, you are really hoping they're going through an awakening and this and that. You're not allowed to be there then. Awakening's meant to be in isolation. You're not... Our awakening, we are bound to so much karma, not just from this lifetime, it's from all previous lifetimes. That purple curtain travels with us. Your awakening isn't just, oh, you were chosen. You are clearing off karmic debris, and that's why awakenings are so painful. It's, you lose everything. That's your karmic clearing, right? But they put you in isolation because you're a protected child. You were meant to awaken. You were meant to help this world, but you needed to clear off your karmic debt. Now, let's just say hypothetical, that is what's happening, and this person's having to go through karmic clearing. Your karma is not their karma. Their karma is not your karma. You need to trust the universe. It's not about... it's divine timing is at play. There's things here in rooms you cannot see that are being cleared, right? I always say it doesn't matter what's happening in front of your face. It's the rooms you're not in that matter, right? There's something here with divine timing. It's nothing to do with you or this person or this and that. If it's really meant to be, I always say it will not pass you by. And I think this collective, you must be very detail prone or whatever it is. It's like you've just got to surrender to you right now. Do the things that you enjoy. Do the things that make you see yourself. Let it be creative outlets. Let it be physical outlets. Let it be whatever it is. Make time for fun, right? Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, and this is probably why you're getting upset and mad and this, and it's nothing to do with what you believe should be done. The divine's got a hold of this. Be patient and trust in the universal flow of life. There's a reason I say everything, and I really do think right now you're on a different... There's something going on with karmic clearing you are not allowed to be around with right now, okay? But anyway, let's get into this person. Let's actually see what's going on. I'm just going to cleanse this out, and I'll be back in a second. Just quickly before we really break down their intention and stuff, I just want to see... because this collective, how blocked the communication is here. I just want to see how they actually see you as a person. There's a part of me that just thinks this person doesn't understand you at a soul level. That would make sense. Oh. You've got Empress here. I feel it's a lack of confidence, maybe. For them to see you like that, Ten of Swords in reverse, they do want to... there's something hidden. Okay, there's that confession. I think this person sees you as, I always say, she's the total package. She embodies the strength and confidence and connection to higher self with that Queen of Wands, the emotion, the psychic abilities of that Queen of Cups, the abundance, the stability, the nurturing of that Queen of Pentacles, and then the logic, the fierceness, the truth-seeking, the boundaries of that Queen of Swords. She has it all. Now, for that to be paired with this Seven of Swords, I think they themselves, one, there's a fear of what needs to be spoken. That's the theme of this. But also, I do think sometimes they think that you could be a little bit deceptive and wear a mask. And I think this is where you guys go wrong and you haven't spoken about it. You think that they are holding on to certain things. They could probably... see the same about you at times. Hold on, I want to get one more for And they focus on the betrayal and the hurt here. And this collective, you're exactly the same. But for them to see you as that, as your first card, it's very telling, because anyone that views someone in this lens and aren't embodying those same qualities themselves, it would be intimidating. Like, it would be, they wouldn't feel good enough. It's kind of that why would you want me? Hold on. I'm going to get those message cards in a second. But your Queen of Swords shines strong. So again, the truth. There is something here. This is a big thing. Watch the whole reading. But your Queen of Swords shines the strongest in your Empress. So your boundaries, you could be quite cutthroat. You could be quite cold-hearted sometimes. And when I was reading that first part, you both have issues with your communication. It isn't just this person. You both go into self-destruction. You both go into self-sabotage. This collective, the universe is telling you to let love in. You guard your heart so much that you're always expecting the worst. And I always say, this Queen of Swords, she sits on her throne and she's like, you come in, but only with the truth, right? Like, she can be so cold-hearted. And that is a scary thing for someone that is hiding things. That is a scary thing for someone that hasn't been completely honest about things. And I'll tell you this, she is so emotionally intelligent. Like, she can be ruthless. She can literally be cutthroat. Her emotional intelligence outshines all of the queens. She has a way with words. So it just makes sense. It makes sense now that I'm going back on all of this reading. Because where this collective, they see you thrive, that's where you lack here. And the universe sees it. The communication you guys have is terrible. And that's one of their biggest focuses when they think about you. It's like they know you as a person, whatever this is, the owl, the sea, all of that stuff. Again, watch this collective, confession, they know that that's what you want. That's what you want, and I think it scares them a little bit. Because of the veiled things, the things that are hidden, it creates anxiety, it creates fear, it traps them in an illusion, it traps you in an illusion. Oh my god! Sorry. You could be a double air pairing, but you got my... Oh my god! Anyone that watches me, the King and Queen of Swords are my divine pairing in separation, because you guys are stuck in the mind over communication. That means this person would be very intelligent and smart as well. But again, maybe compared to you, it's like they forget this about themselves. But again, we're asking how they reflect on you. So they see your balance with your femininity and your masculinity. Like, you would have, especially, you would be quite like, you would have a powerful presence. You don't just have the softness of feminine within you. You have the strength of a masculine. So you could quite easily dominate or be an authoritarian or present sometimes, maybe even lean more towards your masculine at times, which would, again, maybe be a little bit much for them if they're someone that really wants to sit in their alpha. And I always say, if a woman's shining more in their dominance, they're not being led properly, which is just fact. But maybe this is something they know within, and maybe this is something a reason they hold back, because they know that they don't have the strength of that, but they don't want to be led in a relationship. that's just blown me away. It's funny because they see you like this, but your swords is what thrive, like in their mind, if they know it or not. This is what comes out the most in you. You are a no-nonsense collective. Let's just put it that way. You would have a real strength of self. You would have a very strong kind of cut-off game here. Low tolerance. You don't. You would. Okay, one more. How do they see you? About your pure intention, your self-love, your intuition, your overflowing emotion. So even though you've got this intellect, Ace of Cups, you're pure. The way that you can fill someone's cup emotionally, the way you can still be tender, and so you'd have a balance with logic and emotion. That would be quite captivating. But your self-love, this card is of true self-love. And it makes sense with this, your low tolerance to things, because you see yourself. Again, leading card, Empress. And I do, in the theme of this, I do think they want to give that back to you, but in their mind, I genuinely think this person just doesn't think they've got the capability to do that. And that's why it goes awry and they wear this mask. You've got to remember, they've got the mask over the engagement ring. This person wants to spend the rest of their life with you. Oh, and your strength. You could be an influencer. Your confidence. She's a force to be reckoned with. She's brave. She's full of courage. She's full of compassion. She shines so bright she can influence others with that glowing light. She's learnt how to tame that ferocious lion and guide it constructively. But the power she stands in, that's why she can create so much around her. She glows so much, she impacts others. So, Empress, strength, the swords pairing, Ace of Cups. This one's tough because this collective, you don't believe that they see you at the core. They see you at the core. That's why I wanted to get these, because I just thought, how can the communication be so bad in this dynamic? It makes sense, it's the fear. Strength and Empress. Whoa. Especially with this. And again, the connection to higher self. All right, last one. That you've broken free from your shadow, the shadow work. You found your... And that's a big thing for this collective. Your awakening, your view on everything. Because you really have changed, this collective, and they know it. I really think you guys had some murky things bound to you in the past. I feel you make this person believe in change because they've witnessed it through you. But the temptation and the sexual desire and that comes over them, I feel that it can really shackle them, and they can themselves an obsession, and that's you with truth. You can fixate on things, you won't drop things. But I will tell you this right now, and I say this, that strength of that energy on path in life can do anything. Whatever she puts his mind to can achieve. Once you're in, like you're charging on something, you won't give up until it's accomplished. But so magnetizing, he's that magnetizing, he can be seductive, right? This is some big energy. I will say as well, though, can be a little bit of a control freak. Maybe they remember this about you. You've got Empress here, so I think this is more what you've overcome, but they still, especially with this swords pairing here, you would be a little bit of that mouse energy in their mind. Everything needs to be everything needs to be like this. Everything needs to be like that. When it comes to work, when it comes to pentacles, when it comes to finances, you go. Like, they would know this about you. And maybe there's intimidation from that as well. Hierophant, you got that from the... Let's get one more for this. Oh, and your passion. There is something about actual desire here. This card's like an aphrodisiac. But again, how passionate you are, how you have a lust for life, how you find excitement and things in just the little things. You'd be a very kind of childlike soul. But your creative mind, your creative force. There is something here with your sensuality and your magnet, like the way you adjust. I'm hearing enchanting. That's what I'm hearing. How you've always got luck on your side, but you're passionate. They see you as an inspiration. That's beautiful. I always say the right love does that. But your attractiveness, there's something here. I feel this person's that starfish. Sometimes they feel a little bit hypnotized. It's nice. 8 of Wands. Got good things on the horizon. This is nice. So this collective, they see you. It's sad because I think this, like I said it before, I don't think you think this person sees you. Let's get some message cards. I actually want to get a couple of decks because I feel there's one, an intimidation. Oh, there we split it on I am the man, and that's where your strength. Remember the deviation about your strength. Okay. I just want to get 5 of these, and I want to get that other. You've triggered them. For that swords pairing to be shining through your Empress right now, there's been some truth bombs here that have really triggered them. They're feeling lonely. Why do I feel this way? They're lost. They don't know what's going on. Oh, naughty one. I knew that with that devil and that Ace of Wands. Sex with you. Deep desire. You'd have deep chemistry. Your bodies would be like magnets. My fridge just started going off. Oh, I will confirm them. I was only going to get 4. It hurts so much. How lonely they feel. They don't feel your energy. It hurts them. It scares them. Painful memories. Whatever you've just done here, that reckoning energy, it has dragged up so many things. So that what you've triggered them with, again, they're seeing you as that swords pairing. It's like ripping something through them right now. It makes sense with the rest of the reading and your focus on what they're bound to. I don't know if these are things you mentioned to them or they're in pain right now. I'm starting to feel sorry for this person. I couldn't feel their energy before. I said it at the beginning, like where this is sad. And it started raining in their trauma. And that's what you're focusing on. Why do I feel this way? So there's something they're reflecting on their trauma with. And you can feel it. They have had a lot of childhood trauma. Watch from the beginning. That blew me away. You got mother and father trauma one after. They could even be thinking it's part of their trauma. How could you ever forgive the mess I've made? See, it's sad. And this is why how they view you is so important. It's like they believe you're this Empress energy, but your Swords energy that comes out, and they're going over the Seven of Swords, your strength, and then the sexual desire for you. They'd be questioning, is this love? Is it infatuation? Is it my trauma that's bound me to this? What is going on here? Like, I feel this person is just so confused. And then every time they want to, they're like, look at the mess I've made. Look at what I've done. How would they ever forgive this? So it really is that. Why do I feel this person? It's that I just have to leave it. But they're realizing no matter how much time it's been, it just gets more and more painful. It's not that time heals all wounds. It's like they just can't forget you. And it would drive them crazy. It would drive them crazy. And the sad thing is, and I do believe this person's made a mess, but this collective, you've got to work on your communication. Like, you know they have really bad trauma, and I'm not saying you don't, but you can be cutthroat, or they definitely see you as being very cutthroat. Drama. Sex with you, drama. Something's going on here that's maybe making them angry or making... When they think of you, I'm hearing anger outbursts. I wanted to hold... You got the desire card. I feel there's anger outbursts or something. This person, the sexual attraction, the lust, the temptation, the hunger over you, the passion. You're hot, you're beautiful. There is something here that's causing drama. To get the desire card with that, oh God. Possessive, your mind, so that'd be territorial. Your mind controlling, jealous, monitoring, supervising, insecure, dominating. I feel there's drama. I feel this person is lashing out a little bit. When they think of this, or someone else touching you, or someone else even just like kiss, whatever, I feel this person, it would make them very moody, and they probably don't even know why. And just like your body next to someone else's, I think it would just drive this person crazy. Then they go over the sabotage. And you both. They'd be thinking, they'd be blaming themselves. This is a running theme in this collective. They're running from themselves, their self-destructive energy, blocking their success with you. All they want to do... this says spoiling, but I'm hearing all they want to do is spoil you. One more. That's not good. That row, the regret. Oh, that row brings them agony, stressing. This stresses them out, my angels. Burdened, tense, bothered, worried, agitated. That's the word. They'd get agitated. They'd be very temperamental with this. And again, I don't even think they know what. Maybe they know. Sad. Okay. That makes sense why that Ace of Wands and Devil one came out for you guys. Hold on, I just want to get a couple of these. We'll see this person's true intention, and then I want to get tarot for this next 4 days ahead for you guys. I feel safer hiding and watching you from a distance. That way I'm not close enough to get hurt. This collective, they are spying on you. That's a big part. Probably hurt them more. My life is a big mess and I'm working hard to fix it so I can be free of this. Please be patient with me. I'm hearing that. Don't give up on me. I want a whole new life with you and I'll leave everything behind in process of our union. This person will be very sad. And it's sad for this collective because look at how you view their life and what blocks this. So for them to be thinking they have to leave everything to be with you, it's just sad. Like you guys would have so much interference in this dynamic. It's like it's a forbidden kind of thing. Like it's a sad. No wonder you guys have just got so much. This is why your communication, there's so much internal things you both have buried and the blocks and what would need to change and it just doesn't get spoken about, and then the pressure, and then you'd be highly alert with each other's behavior and then it ends up frictional, so it's like it's not even worth it, but then you guys are just drawn to each other. You can't forget it's like that star-crossed lovers. I'm not going to allow my fear to get in the way of our love. I can't lose you again. This collective, I believe it. I genuinely believe it. I am planning a big surprise for you. Well, you do have something coming. Get ready to expect the unexpected. I created boundaries over my fragile ego, and this collective, they're seeing you as the Queen and King of Swords pairing. Whatever, you've done something here, again, that cutthroat, and they have all these boundaries over what's already so fragile, and you just went right through it. I'm so sensitive to your criticism. And this collective, again, oh God. You have the ability to tame the beast in me. I just heard Beauty and the Beast. The beast in me, one look into your eyes and I turn to mush. You make me long for love and romance. I thought this only existed in movies. That's cute. One more. That's true. You are all I think about. You intrigue me and I want to know every little thing about you. Maybe this is why they spy on you as well. They just want to know. It's like they just want to get into your core. Would you move in with me? Let's wake up next to one another every morning. Oh. I didn't have the best upbringing. Trauma keeps coming up. You both would have been through that. I didn't have the best upbringing and my only visions on relationship were unhealthy ones. You know this is collective. I'm still blown away with that part for you. Okay. I just want to get a couple of these Divine Truth cards and then we're going to get intention and we're going to get tarot. Their next action, advice for how maybe you should approach this and what the outcome may be. Oh, this is good. So this is good. You feed my mind and nourish my soul. Your energy helps me keep going. I don't think they know that. I think they're a bit overwhelmed with your energy right now, but that's good. That's good. First card. that flew. Reunion. The force of love, the force of reunion is unstoppable. We'll be together as one. I'm literally staring at that big smile. They could have a beautiful smile. You could have a beautiful smile, but the flowers, maybe you guys have got a good memory with flowers. Oh. Oh my God! Sorry, because 4 came out. This is good. I get so excited. Aware and awakened to their divine calling, ready to take action, to protect. This says, and provide. I don't know why masculine energy isn't just about finances, but maybe this overwhelms them a little bit. Old habits are breaking them down, but a new version of them is being revealed. That's good. Especially if you're about to see this version. Remember your part. That's the one row that you were like, you want to see that in them. Oh my God. Very good. They're enlightened. So there is some form of spiritual activation happening. That's good. The truth has been illuminated. I can't hide from what you've shown me. Or source has shown them. Oh, the texting. I think they might be seeing your name pop up on their phone, vice versa. Your first card in this whole reading was hovering, right? They want to transform this. I think this person just wants you in their life and vice versa. But they know you're over it. This collective, yeah. I feel like I've softened up in this reading, so maybe whatever approach comes, you might really end up softening up. I'm feeling like I feel there's a real, even them, that Ace of Cups, a pure intention. They know you are over their games and you will no longer, but this is underneath divine masculine, so this is good. This is good. Butterflies. They get butterflies thinking about you, but it shatters them. Again, it's that kind of, I explained it when I was reading those message cards. No matter how long, no matter, you would both do this to each other. You would just, when your energies are close to each other, it's undeniable what you feel. Oh, soulmate. I'm drawn to you in a way I've never experienced. This love is so deep and this is what you've enlightened this person with. That's beautiful. Their arrogance. So they know they've been arrogant here. You could think right now this person's just arrogant. Like if they're thinking of their arrogance, I allowed my pride and ego get into the way of this connection. I thought I was the catch. That's look at how they see you. I don't think they thought they were the catch. I think it's more the pride and ego. Maybe they thought that you would really chase them, and there's that planning. That's good. This person, I don't know if they know it just yet, especially because 4's coming out. They are thinking. You've got to remember how they're seeing you. They know how they need to approach. And it's probably very intimidating, and they've probably been thinking about it for a while, but every time they go to, the fear might take over, and it's tough, this one. A lot of pain between you guys. A lot of pain. The insecurities take over. If you really knew who I was or how I felt, you may not love me anymore. I'm afraid you'll reject me if you see who I really am. So, as we were saying, every time they go to, again, the way they see you is very telling. It's their insecurities that take over. Gemini energy, you did get double sword, the double pairing, the Queen and King of Swords, so wouldn't surprise me. But the energy of this, I wasn't always there for you when you needed me the most. That's one of your biggest grievances here, that purple deck, so they know it. Instead of trying to comfort you, I would jump ship, because I couldn't deal with my emotion, let alone yours. Oh, there's that courage. Aquarius, that could be your pairing. And again, the double air, so you could be Aquarius, Gemini. I acted like I didn't care, but I did. I just needed my time and space to think on my own. That's currently kind of what you guys are going through right now. I didn't want to be tied down to a relationship because I wasn't ready to put the effort in. Maybe they still think they're not ready to put the effort in. This is their true intention. So this could be another reason they hold back. The reason I went for those black message cards, because I was hearing you deserve better. I feel like there's a part of this person, like, look at how they're seeing you. I feel this person knows you deserve the world, and I just think they know that they can't give you at the moment maybe what you deserve. And that's a bit of a selfless thing. Like, I actually think that's quite nice if they're... Let's get one more for this. Oh God, the separation. It is killing them. It's really overwhelming them. But their intuition's leading them back to you. Maybe that was more of a past tense thing. Maybe that's what they used to think, that they couldn't be. I still think it's a bit of them that thinks like that, especially with this insecurities. It finally dawned on me why I'm so drawn to you and why our connection is so intense, but also scary. I'm starting to understand my fears and my overwhelming emotion towards you. You've got to remember, I know this has gotten really beautiful as we've read them, but everything I say is for a reason, and I'm not going to go back on what I said in that purple part, and especially the universe's part. There is something, you guys are about to be tested with the way you guys communicate, and there's so much depth here. But they're leading with insecurity still. Like, you guys are on a crossroads here when it comes to communication. It's a tough one. Oh, that's not good. I feel they have, with the theme of this, I feel that this is about being unawakened. Let's get one more before I read that. They've had quite a few cards of getting... Libra, you got all three air signs here. Libra, Gemini, that's important for this collective. Don't make it fit. 8-8, karmic clearing though, karmic energy. I know I acted as if I couldn't make up my mind about our connection, but it was really because I was scared of hurting you and you hurting me. I think they're more awakened than you know, but it's the mask that they've been wearing. Do I think they're at a point of true Kundalini activation? I don't know about that, but I do think I'm smelling dark night of the soul, maybe seeing signs, synchronicities, your name, like finding you everywhere. That's normally how the signs start. I feel they're evolving, they're opening to the frequency of the universe now. They're starting to understand more about energy and maybe manifestation, more of that stuff. As for a true in-depth kind of activation, this card is about being uncomfortable, this unawakened, about spirituality, and I think for a long time it made them uncomfortable. And I find this a lot in the actual divine dynamic. They put you in the crazy basket. They think you're absolutely loony. And I say it to you guys all the time, if you're not open to the frequency, you push it away. You're like, what is this rubbish? Because you're not aligning to it, right? I feel this person, they're starting to really open up and understand more, and I feel that's that acquiring knowledge. I think they're learning. Do I think they're completely, I think maybe more dark night of the soul kind of activation. small steps, but I know this says small offering, but I think it's step by step. But number 13, 44, 88, 88, 44, a lot of synchronized numbers here, 84, 92, 47, 4. I think this is more only what they can offer, which you got to remember how they're seeing you. Maybe they can't offer you that much now. And I made sure to say with that divine masculine card, it's not all about money to be a masculine. And maybe this person, another red roses could be important. Maybe this is another reason they've held back a little bit and added to their insecurities. They're seeing you as an empress, right? Just don't have much that they can offer you. They want to offer you something more substantial than before, but I just feel this person might feel they're not really, that insecurities, I can't get past it. Might feel they're not, I don't want to say good enough, but let's get one more. They want your forgiveness. From what I can see from this is their intention. I do think, look at the theme of this, I do think this person wants your forgiveness. I do think they're going to come in with something more substantial and more deep than what they've offered you before. But I still think this starts off with just more of a deeper conversation than you're used to. I do think there's things here that need to be spoken on a far deeper level, but I do think their insecurities take a hold, but it's divine timing, because the divine wants to see if you guys can overcome and learn how to communicate and solve challenges, right? There is something here. This person is so scared to show you the depth of who they are. If they don't trust you, they're not going to tell you that. So I just can't see for this collective, this person, you guys don't trust each other. I can't see this person coming in and just dragging up these deep, deep things at the bottom of their shadow. I can't see that happening. If it does, then that's takes some balls for this like that's going to be, but I feel the theme, it's going to be small, it's going to be sincere, but it's not going to be everything that needs to be spoken about just yet. But especially if this is coming through retrograde, you've got to see, can you overcome these things without being, and watch the whole thing, this collective, your stubbornness and how you just refuse to let someone in to your heart space is going to be a detriment to you, because I do think it's genuine. I do think they're starting to understand the depth of how much they love you. But they've still got their feelers on, just like you. I think you're reflecting that a lot. This one's tough, because this collective, you do not struggle with boundaries. I have a lot of collectives who... Sorry, that was my brother's birthday on the 20th. It could have been your brother's birthday. Oh, there's a card here. What was I saying? Kookaburras, happiness. I just lost my train of thought. I just went blank for a reason. Oh, look at divine timing over this. So, you just need to, with the future focus, there is some divine timings at play, and that card came out. This, I wasn't always there for you when you needed me the most. That's what I think is going to be spoken about first. And I said that. I think they're going to be deep and apologetic for what was done here. I think there's real acknowledgement of their behavior, and that is your first step in this collective, because of the pain that I think you both are holding on to. And I don't think you realize how much this affected this person, because they've never really opened up about it. And I think that's your first step, to start maybe putting the stepping stones in place to start just slowly but surely, not expectation, just letting it flow. You guys clearly have the potential to just let it flow. The divine's guiding you the whole way, right? And I always say, I'm going back to how they view you. How someone views you, they embody those same qualities, right? So this person themselves would have that sword suit within them, and they're going to be just as on top of every detail as you are. So just remember that. Okay. And then watching at the bottom. Last one. Oh, they're going through... I actually genuinely feel a little bit sorry for this person. Out of turmoil, my life is falling apart and I don't know what to do. And remember that deviation about the karmic alignment here right now, and trust in the divine, whatever's going on. And if they are truly meant to, if they are someone that's meant to be a true divine person in this world, their awakening comes before anything. Your union, your anything. They're here to help this world in some way or form. You need to surrender that to the divine. And I say it to you guys all the time. If you're marked at birth, you're marked at birth. You're meant to be a lighthouse. That is number one. When I'm reading you feminines, I always say it's your mission that comes first. So whatever destruction they're going through, it's nothing. It might in the physical 3D outlook, oh, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. The divine's got a hold of this, because I genuinely feel they're going through some form of transition right now, which is going to accelerate a proper awakening. And this is what's getting rid of their karmic debris. So just let it happen with faith and peace, and try not to be, whatever's coming next, this collective, you've got to get off this stubborn train and just remember who you are. And you aren't part of that 85+% of the population that holds on to this murky rubbish that you guys are holding on to. Just believe, okay? Every deck, the divine is guiding this. Let it, trust them. Trust them. Last one. They believe you're their twinny. You guys could look like that. Very nice. Okay, we're just juggling right now. That's beautiful. Believe. If they believe you're their twin, divine masculine, they're activating. Just trust them. Trust this. Remember your process, you guys. It takes some time. Just... Alright, let's get tarot. Let's see what this person's next action towards you is going to be. Although I feel we've already really broken it down. We'll talk about the heartbreak, the revoked offers, the disappointment, manipulation, King of Cups upright, equal give and take. They want to make you feel valued. They want to make you feel seen. They want to make you feel understood. I think this person is really going to open up on an intellectual level here as well. Passionate, devoted, faithful, reliable. I do think, I always say, me personally, I've allocated him. He's great with surface level things. Deep things he struggles a bit with, and that's what we were saying before. I think when it comes to the heartbreak and everything that was done here, this is what they're going to open up about. As for deep trauma and, you know, because childhood trauma is a theme even in their energy, that I think it's going to take a while for them to feel safe enough to really open up about. They might say some of their behavior, they're starting to realize they didn't have the best upbringing, and they were kind of had that distorted vision on how this should be, that should be. But there are some things that I think are going to take a bit more time and trust to really put on the table. But they're definitely wanting to have this reconciliation. They want to make a comeback. They want to see if you guys can move on from the past. So I'm just seeing a lot of effort being put in here. They're still going to be trapped in their mind. They're going to be coming through with anxiety, holding back a little bit still. This Four of Pentacles, I think they're going to be holding back still a little bit because of their fear, and because they want achievement, right? I think they're going to come through with more of an emotional maturity, which is going to blow you away. But I do think a bit of their fear, and if you are very onto energy, this might make you feel like they're being dishonest. Six of Cups, second chance at love. It's not that. I think it's more, you've got to remember those things we suppress at the bottom of our soul, our shadow, we can dissociate from. They're that painful. And you've got to trust that the universe, there's a test in this. The universe is going to give you guys enough to heal one of your biggest things that create this friction. There's going to be understanding, depth, accountability, and true deep, I feel there's true deep regret here, right? There are going to be some things that are held back. One, in their lens, maybe because they're scared that, again, the trust here. Two, because they really want to have the achievement here. I think that without them knowing, they're not lying. This person's not going to be lying to you. They're just trapped in a little bit of a fear. If they go, that it's that insecurities, you're not going to accept it, right? And then you've kind of got one over them. Not that they would be, but I feel it's something deep that they don't really open up to people about, right? They're genuinely, their intention is, can we let go of this stuff? Like, they're not silly, they know you're over it. And I think for both, this could really be the cycle that you can really clear off this unfinished business. And maybe you both approach this with kind of, this is our last chance. If we can't, it's kind of that, it's time to, I think you're both in that veil of lens right now that this is too tender to not get right. You've got to trust the divine with this one. Four of Wands. They do have this. You can see it. They want to marry you, but they've got the mask over it, right? This is big. Just focus on what's in front of you instead of trying to think, is this, that. This collective, I think you'll feel the genuine emotion. Sun. They believe in this. They want the happiness back here. That's the happiest card in the deck. They do want to illuminate things, and they are going to illuminate enough for at least you guys to start to build that bridge and dolphin energy back in your dynamic. All right, you guys. Oh, don't be doing that. Oh, that's good. That's good. You got Ace of Swords and King of Pentacles. I do think you need to watch a little bit of your stubbornness. We went over this before, focusing on certain truths. Whatever's coming, it really is going to create a breakthrough. But I think this collective in your mind, and again, the universe is saying, get off your high horse, stop being so stubborn. This can be trusted. Remember, he's the most trustworthy, loyal, ride or die kind of king. And I think the first thing you're going to think, can this be trusted? Is this person playing games? Is this? I know there's more that needs to be spoken about. Why aren't they open? You just need to ride the wave. And when it comes to your masculine, you've got to try and soften here, right? So just try not to dominate when it comes to whatever this conversation is. Active listening. Ace of Cups, and come from that loving, pure place, right? So not too strong, and they see you like this. You've got Ace of, you're going to need to have a balance of logic and intuition. That's the card of intuition. That's the card of logic, right? You're going to need to be balanced. Don't lead with emotion. Don't just lead with logic. You're going to just remember what this truly means to you. Again, if you are this kind of personality type, you'd be loyal to a fault. And maybe that's why you're so hurt. You need a nice balance here. Not overly emotional, very grounded, okay? But also not stubborn. Remember, it's not just about words and confession. Remember the love you had here. But self-worth too. Know your worth. No one's a doormat. But I always tell you guys, if you, especially this collective, your biggest focus is the way you guys communicate. If you're temperamental, just be honest and transparent. I appreciate your message. I just need a few days. Like, don't play games. However you feel in the moment of getting that message, write it down. If in that moment you're like, fuck this, that's your intuition telling you step away. Don't even say anything. If you see it and you're like, oh, should I be honest? Don't wear a mask. I've seen your message. Da 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 da. I will get back to you. Be honest in that moment, right? This is very, very temperamental. You guys are really on like kind of a fine line here, right? Just remember who you are. Don't try and control the situation. Look at the masculinity coming out of you. Don't try and control this. This was coming up in reverse as well. I thought you might get a bit upset because you're holding on to so much pain, but you need to mention it. And just, I'm sure this person will give you a few days breathing room with what they want to clear out. All right, what may the outcome be here? You've got to really watch your masculine strength, this collective. Oh, love it. You could reconcile. Partnership, being in love, commitment, but the crossroads, and that's where you are. But you can harmonize this relationship. Choose from the heart, not from the mind. Don't let the mind overtake you. Think with your heart, not the system that you're trying to break free from. They're coming in as the emotional king. You've got the strength. You've got the two powerful. Like, you've got to watch this collective. Chariot. Finally, destiny. And that came up in universe's perspective. Destiny, journey, overcoming the obstacles. You really could. You really could. 2 major arcana here for your outcome. Universal messages, guidance. The universe is guiding this with the lovers in the chariot. It's part of your destiny. Believe. You've got to remember when you're in 8 of Swords, it's the same with 9 of Swords. They don't know they're in a mental prison. Unnecessary anxiety, they don't know that. They're trapped in a mental prison in fear. It's like they aren't doing this to manipulate you. There is pure fear here that if this is revealed X, Y, and Z, that's in their mind because they don't trust in this dynamic, just how you don't trust in this dynamic. This isn't them manipulating you. This is their insecurities. You have this collective, with what I'm feeling here, there needs to be gentleness on both ends. Queen of Cups, High Priestess. Things will be revealed. And as we said, gentleness, right? Compassion, understanding. Your intuition's going to be going off. Yes, it will. But I think you both have this beautiful divine flow in you. You both it's that higher knowing and that inner knowing that you need to turn to, right? It's that you both have an inner knowing of one another. You both know each other's souls cannot be forgotten or replaced. You both know it. You need to trust your inner knowing. And this card specifies loyalty. I think you've got a beautiful outcome. Very soft, gentle, feminine outcome as well. I think you're both the only pairing here is our cups pairing. So you're both very emotionally equipped. So from the swords to the cup pairing, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Oh. But there will always need to be reflection on victim mentality. You both do this though. That's where your communication, you're going to constantly, every relationship, especially divine dynamics, it's triggering. Remember we had that deviation. This is where you learn to strengthen foundation. When you guys are trapped in them, you need to be a safe place for one another. You need to learn that you can depend on each other through these times, that you can count on each other through these times. So what's the universe going to do? Test you with these times, right? This is where this collective, you both shut down and do whatever. This is where you need each other the most. So it's going to be tested here. Last one. Active listening. Dedicating to one another. Dedicating to one another. A It's 3 different masterminds, 2 different masterminds, chalk and cheese, but 2 peas in a pod coming together and creating magic. I feel here, because we don't, even though we've got this, I was just about to say, you've got to cross, this is still, I'm seeing crossroads. I'm still seeing it. Your outcome here, it really depends on the listening, the communication, and if you guys can trust that you can overcome barriers together. And you will, you either build a castle or you go back into destruction. This ain't set in stone. This is what comes next and how it's, you can see it. Because even this outcome, this is beautiful, but I just feel the active listening and understanding. You're very different people, but you're so similar in so many ways. This wouldn't be so divinely guided if it wasn't something magical. But you guys, this is where you go wrong. You both get trapped in the mind. You both go into doom and gloom. This is about having to let go of the past, to let those swords raise. If you guys keep dragging up the past, and I say this, if you're going to start something new, you need to let go of the old. If you can't do that, it's justice, is it? You need to heal from it and reconcile from the past, to let go of the past. And of course, the past needs to be able to reconcile from it, but you guys are on a pivotal crossroads here. It's really, again, I've said it 100 times for this collective, it's your communication. Okay, windfall. It really could feel like a miracle coming in. Cats could be important. Ancient Egypt, tree of life, love from the start of time, wouldn't surprise me. The Hamza hand, little purple butterfly with J, and you got 2 pearls here. Both have pearls. Sorry, that was my battery. In your broken necklace. J, B, L, E, and X. X marks the spot. Cherries. Oh, what's that one? Oh, that's the B again. Could be eating cherries. Black candle wax. Scrying. Your heart's protected, but you need to believe it's protected. That's your choice. Look at that. The planning has split on the transformation. Believe in the transformation. Full moon, new moon energy. We just passed the new moon, and your perseverance will pay off. Slow and steady wins the race. I tell you guys this all the time. You don't need to rush something. Take time. Get to know each other again. 1, destiny. 64, favorite angel number. 666. Such a divine number. That's actually goddess feminine energy. I don't know why it's depicted as devil energy. It's a beautiful, beautiful number. 12th of the 6th, 6th of the 12th, 17th of the 6th, 17th of the 12th. December is an important month for this collective. 26th of the 4th, 24th of the 6th, 24th of the 3rd, 24th of the 1st. 6th of the 1st, 1st of the 6th, 20th of the 6th, 20th of the 1st. All right, my loves, I love you guys. Another long reading. Have a good day.